Hello, Columbus. Once again, we are on our third series of the Walk and Talk Tour for Fountain City News. And it just so happens I'm in the neighborhood where I grew up, standing across the street from where my grandfather's house was. At the moment, we're not going to be here long because we're on semi-private property, but we're really on the sidewalk. But I just wanted to show you right there where that parking lot is. There used to be an arm there that went up and down. Me and my sisters, our bedroom window, we used to be able to look out that window and look at that arm going up and down. Because my grandfather, Robert Doctor, and Mrs. Blanche Doctor were the last people, the last family to move off of 18th Street. His house was the only one that was left over here when they started building up Doctor's Hospital. So we could look out our bedroom window and see that arm going up on that parking thing. I think, maybe, I could be wrong, but the reason why maybe they didn't pave this over, because that was actually my grandfather's land, and they didn't pave the whole thing into a parking lot to put that tree. There's a tree that I used to play on as a child, and I was telling my lead person here, Miss Crawford, that I climbed up that tree, got stuck up there, and my grandparents were looking out the window. My uncle, my grandmother, my grandfather, they were all, and my aunt, were all looking out the window laughing. And they thought it was funny because I was only 5 years old. So when I climbed up that tree, I thought I was up in the sky. And I couldn't get down. So they were standing in the window laughing and said, "You got your butt up there. Why can't you climb down?" And I couldn't climb down. I was standing up there crying. And finally, when I started really boo-hooing, my uncle said, "Let me go get the ladder and go up there and get it." It was almost like a cat rescue, right? So I was grateful that my uncle finally came and got me down. But that is my grandmother's tree. And we used to pinch the pink blossoms off of it and squeeze them in our hands when we were kids. And this is the whole street, up and down 18th Street, where there were nothing but houses on this whole street. There were nothing but houses across from us. Miss Lula Smith used to live across the street from us. There were other people that were teachers, business owners that used to live down 17th, headed toward Linwood Cemetery. This was a whole entire black neighborhood when I was growing up here. Mr. Promise King Barbershop was down on the corner, down there on Hamilton and 18th Street. And I remember that Church's Chicken that's down there now. I remember when that Church's Chicken was built. We were already living here when they put that first Church's Chicken down there. But this just happens to be the house spot where my grandfather's house was, where I grew up in Columbus, Georgia. I wanted y'all to know, for history's sake, that this was an entire black neighborhood from one end to the other, as well as around the corners, going down 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, all the way till we get downtown. It was a thriving black neighborhood with black businesses and homeowners. Way more homeowners than renters lived in this area. And we all ended up getting pushed out for them to build all this medical center. And as we move along in the tours, there are other things that we will be able to talk about. Miss Gigi will also be able to add in about the home where her grandmother lived, as we talk about St. John AME Church, Metropolitan Baptist Church, and Miss B's store down on the corner where all of us grew up. So we'll see you at the next place. Sorry about that, I had to swallow, my mouth is dry. We'll see you at the next place. We're headed down the road, but we started here, and this is our third series. Just want to let you know, thank you for listening in.